Good afternoon. Monday movement snackers, if you fancy. As promised, not really promised, as discussed yesterday, a new sway. That's it for wavy arm things for the moment. We're going to move on to something new. So I will start you off on a new sway ahead of usual stretchier positions and circulation boost, of course. I thought I was going to be back at the attic, but still here with mum and dad, heading after this. Well, it's been a bit of is it possible to say a gymnastic logistical day? I haven't done any gymnastics, but it feels like logistically it's been like a day of gymnastics. I don't know, is that some kind of metaphor or an analogy? I don't know what the difference is. It feels like that it's been a logistically gymnastic day. So, you know what I mean by that? You know, when you've been squeezing things into time slots, predicting times and travel. You know, we need a bit of technology, but I think the only additional technology I feel I would be willing to embrace now is some kind of Beam Me Up app. You heard it here first, by the way. Maybe we should go fund. Is that what you do these days? A Beam Me Up app. There's something in this. My head's gone off on one now. There's probably quite a lot of technology required for this, because the app does, in fact, have the functionality to just beam you up wherever you want to go. Just there, beam me up. Rather than beam me up Scotty, beam me up Bexy, something like that. It could be the Beam Me Up Bexy app. Exasperated with my own day. But I'm entertaining myself. Thanks for the messages. Sue, it could be, it doesn't have to be gymnastic logistics. It could be Pilates logistic gymnastics day. Super G, it's 4 p.m. I know it's 4 p.m. Gillian with a J went singing for the brain. A Becca Beam. George, I think that's it. A Becca Beam, something like that. Yes, you heard it here first. I hope we might need to copy. I don't know. What do we do? Copy that, copyright that, or trademark it, George? I'll have the IP for the idea. You can have the trademark for the name. We just need someone to do the technology. We'll give them a third share if they can work out how actually the Becca Beam can transport you to where you want to be in a nanosecond. Even a couple of seconds. Or there was something in Harry Potter where they went up the chimney and arrived somewhere else. But usually all this fantastical stuff does come to life at some point. As I'm chatting to you now, I'm playing with the snowman. It's all very festive in every location apart from my attic. I will be heading back there today for a bit of calm. Anyway, let's get going on the 4 p.m. movement snack. What you saying? No, DS is, wait to see, someone called Anne Murray, which is a name that means something to me. Yes, it does. Just trying to think. It's the NHS in form work, DS, isn't it? Anyway, if you want to go fund a Becca Beam, which will transport you anywhere to want to be, without traffic, without concern, without trains or cars or anything like that, let me know and we'll see if we can get it designed. 3, 2, 1. Bex Townley got a new sway for you. Thanks for listening to my ramble. I don't know, it's just a rambling ramble. Some cert boosts, a new sway and some stretches if you would like. 6, 7, 8. 3, 2, 1, whatever you want to do. Here we go. Have a breath, have a calm. I'm obscuring the tree, but I don't know. There we go. That's all this. The way I've set up the phone today. So every now and then you'll get a smidgen of festive cheer. All right, set boost to start. You know what to do. Perhaps if you've been, or maybe you don't know what to do. Maybe you're looking for these prompts if you're new in. If so, have some support close to hand, have a gap, have some extra extension. All of these things set you up for success. Getting your feet in the right place, knowing if this is here, if you should like, coming into a more upright position. These are all ticks to set yourself up for success, to balance, stabilise while you take these steady movements. Shifting the weight from one leg to the other will have the effect of boosting the circulation. With that comes oodles and oodles of benefits. And any other food references you like. You could kind of stuff the benefits in if you prefer, or oh, I don't even know. Let's not go down that path. And then bring in the other parts. Here you go. Is the arm arch. You may feel confident and comfortable to bring it all in together, or you may prefer to switch between a bit of external support. Keep the knees on the logo, and then that won't interfere with the table. Or you may prefer to be to the side. Carry on with that. It's just your steady rhythm and pace. Your pace, not mine. You may feel the need to go steadily and slower, or it might be just a little bit swifter for balance, but try to get as much movement through the feet if you can. Carry on, carry on. Seated prompts if you'd like them. As always, they haven't changed in 3.5 years. Movement's been movement since the dawn of time, of course. Did someone mention dawn? Into active sit, have a hip walk forward. Have a breath. Maintain this active sit position. This will greatly help with feeling balanced and steady and stable in a sit position while you take the arms front to back to mobilise and move the shoulders and the shoulder blades around this supported trunk. So it's not just about the arms moving. In fact, I'm inclined to say that the supporting parts are as significant. That's how you set yourself up for fluid movement. So it's not just the moving parts, it's the supporting parts as well. And you may want to involve the legs for some circ boosts. There you go. You might want to keep 2 points of contact with the floor, hands on the chair perhaps if you're going to go for the lift off. The lift off being foot slightly coming off. It's not a huge lift off. Keep the knees fairly low. And make it more about the movement around the ankles, feet and toes. Other options in sit could be this. Is that enough for your circ boost? The circulation boosting activity is designed to feel you leaving, or leave you feeling, or feel you leaving. Just ready, just invigorated. Perhaps you've got some extra blood flow to the brain in your moving parts, so you're starting to just switch on your body rather than switch off, goes without saying. Now you're better prepared and in the zone for a new sway today. Just the arms today, no legs coming in this, so you can be an active sit or you can be active stand. Okay, all of the arm movements will be familiar to you if you've been with us for a bit. I just package them up a bit differently, a bit of brain training on the way. When your left and the right side of your body do different things, which is pretty much a requirement of life, that requires coordination, a bit more thunking required. So steady and balanced at the stance there, slightly wider, bit of a knee bend. It's all about building stamina in your supporting parts as well. You will know if you want to keep a fingertip touch or to nudge up, have a bit of contact. Could be here with your buttocks there, or it could be your thighs here. So you can freely stand whilst having a practice of the arm sequence. Have a look. The first one you know, I'm going to take a floaty on the left. There's one of the moves. We did this yesterday. This is kind of the wavy arm thing, arm. But, then there's another move. Here's the other move. It's like you're presenting maybe a gift, I don't know, something in the hand. And can you see this is turning around the elbow. The elbow stays in, it's a palm up and a palm down. So those are the two key moves. Have a look again. So there's the floaty arm. It could be higher or lower. It might be low, it might be high. And then there's the presenting of the palm up and then float you down. Trying to get this kind of flowy characteristic in there. All fairly tame. Now if you want you can go doubles, tuck the elbows in and then you can go doubles. Now when the left and the right arm are doing the same thing, less complex for the brain. However, when one arm does one thing and one arm does the other, requires more thinking, more processing. So have a go at this. I'm going to take one hand on the swoosh up and one hand on the present. Stay on the same side. Let's try that again. Slow, slow, slow as you go. So this goes up, present and down. And let's just keep that going. So you end up at the same pace. So at some point, one arm has to have a change of pace. Let's go again. Reach away and up on there, so keep the posture lifted. Try to keep the swooshy wrist going as well. So we start off on the same pace and then it has a bit of a change. So can you feel that both arms are always on the move, but they're doing different things? Try to switch that now then. So my right hand is going to go on the upward swish, and then we have the palm present on the other. And again, it can be your range of motion, so you might want to keep this really small, and the pace is relative to the range, of course. So it might be that you're going to go higher there and down, and you might want to play with those ranges. Maybe do a small one there, and maybe a bigger one there. And then let's have a switch. So switch arms now. So you're going to swoosh on the other side, palm present on the other. How does that feel? Stay on that same side. There, there, there. Have you got the wrists going? And then what about an alternating? Alternating there, there. Both arms always moving and pause. End of sequence. How was that for you? Now, you've fundamentally got your everyday lifting muscles on the go there. You've got some extra floaty wrists and you've got the coordination of one out, one down. I'm going to build on that over the week, see how you go. But for now, ready for some stretchier positions. Sit or stand, you choose. Chest stretch position is stretching the muscles in the front of the chest. Funny old thing. Lift and open, slide the hands and the fingertips back. Have a squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. On that squeeze, when I say squeeze, when you've got that chest stretch on, maintain your usual breathing. There's other positions that you might want to put your hands round the back here, round the back there. Have a squeeze and release. And you might want to hold that for a bit longer. Increase that stretch. You'll feel perhaps some stretch in the front of the shoulders as well. It's designed, isn't it, to lift and open the chest, to move, to work against the flexy, bendy positions that our day generally asks of us. So extend, open, stretch. That particular stretch and that open posture position, maintain that now while we move into the next one. So helping with the ease of movement of hand to back of head, ease in and ease out. So a moving one and then a holding one, which is essentially your stretch there in the back of the arm, slowly up and slowly down. Again, you might still want to keep the leany bits, I say the leany bits, the external support, so nudging into some external support might give you better balance to feel that you can perhaps hold that stretchy position for longer. Or you may decide just to have a sit. This elbow position, of course, the more raised that position there, the greater the stretch. So just pick the range of motion or the end of that range that's comfortable for you. Take the pause, feel the stretch, slowly in and slowly out. I'm just wondering, I'm curious to see what I don't know. No, it's not the Anne Murray. There's more than one George, actually, I think is what I'm saying. Okay, trunk. Trunk, this being your trunk, your torso, upper side stretch, we call this one. So this is going to help with all of your functional reaching and your bending, arm movements, functional reach. So elbow up first, then progress that to a high arm, and then you can add a bit of a bend if you fancy, and then slowly out. So if you're in stand, set up wide. Again, the table's here if you want it. Go for the reach, then go for the bend, and slowly down. So use these supports, fingertip touch. If that helps to get a bigger range of motion, or to stay in that position a fraction longer, use it. That's what it's for. Or have a sit to remove the balance challenge altogether, so you can really practice and rehearse the functional reach and the bit of a bend. The aim isn't to do a huge bend. The aim is to go vertical up. There's the stretch there, and then kind of that way, just that much, and out and back. You're going to feel some extension on this as well. So you're going to feel this not only down the side of the trunk, but all around, up and down the whole spine pretty much. Here's another option, short arm option. Maybe go for the bend there. That might be more comfortable to support the arms. And long arm approach, as I call it. Long way up, have a bit of a double arm squeeze, and then the short way down. And after all of that, you might feel the need to have a slump, have a pause, or have a hip walk. So use the rest in and out of these rest up positions as much as you need. It's your 2 leg stretches if you want them, back of thigh. You might not want them, you might want to go around the top end again. So here's the stretches, the back of the thigh here, helping with reaching down to lower levels and stride length, etc. So straight-ish leg with an ish bend, bit of a bend, relax the foot. High up, so high tall through the sit bones, and there's the hinge. Mum, you can come through. You can come through. Yeah, they can't see you because they can only see me.
That's worse. That's the worst scene, isn't it?
And have a hinge there. And can you? They can't see you. Trust me. Trust me. See? You didn't see it, did you? And then have a hinge, and there is the stretch on the back. We could all just say, "We saw you," just to wind her up. There you go. Note here, I've got my hands on the thigh. There's the head position is there, so there's no need to look up here, folks. Just keep it neutral there. Same gap here and under the chin, so there's no shift or change in position of the head at all. That's quite significant. Sometimes, just saying, there's a tendency to think that you have to keep looking forward. It's not really helpful, you don't need to. And it's not a hugely comfortable position for the head. So here's my head, can you see it? And now here's my head. Nothing's changed around the neck. My gaze is just out there. The head's in line with my back and my spine there. And I've got this stretch on the back of the thigh here. Ease into that. Can you feel it? It should be a mild tension. That's where the gain is, where you've got a slightly bigger range of motion than you ordinarily adopt throughout the day. So your muscles are longer than they ordinarily are. That's where the flexibility gains are over time. If there's flexibility gains, there's more likely to be movement and mobility gains as well. So it goes without saying, just pick your range, slowly in and slowly out, bended knee, relaxed foot, and you might want to creep your fingertips down just to feel where you're comfortable to get, and that enables you to kind of self-monitor your progress on your lower level functional reach. Calf stretch. Walking, you need flexible, you need moving ankles which require flexible calf muscles and all of the muscles around your footage. So practicing and rehearsing that simply looks like this. Can you see my foot? Upright position again. This is going to help with stability in a chair. You might want your arms on the arms of the chair. And now when the foot comes back, there is the stretch. Back a lower leg. Have a feel of that. Comfortable, but you've definitely got that feeling of tension there. It goes without saying, all these movements are already in your day. Assuming that the lower limbs are involved in your day, maintaining these movements is how you maintain easier functionality across your day. There you go. When was the last time you felt that feeling of tension and stretch in your calves? Your muscles really do need it in order to continue to function the best they can. So that's your lower leggage. Here's your standing option if you fancy. Support to the front. You can take your standing option on that here, or here. All right, it's my dad. No one can see your dad. You're okay. There's the backward step there. There. So here, sideways on that, you can kind of nudge into it. So there, you can really feel the stretch on the front of the hip and the back of the calf there. And you can lift the heel up, you can get some extra foot mobility in there. Ease the heel down. Let me turn sideways so you can get a better view. As the heel goes down, 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 there is the stretch. Everything is forward facing. Have a check in that both feet are facing forward. Have an extra check that your back foot is facing forward. If your foot is out at 10 to 12, you're missing out. You're really missing out on that calf stretch. So you might want to come in a bit, use the support to have a look, foot down, and then really try to track that foot forward facing. That's where you're going to get the best stretch. To do the other leg, rather than move that inside leg here, I'm going to suggest that you turn around, around, and then go there. How is that? And back to this. I've just spotted a Christmas card. Who's that from? Blimey, my sister sent Mum and Dad a Christmas card. Does that mean I need to... I haven't done that. Okay. Anyway, that's your 4 p.m. done.
Oh, sorry.
They can't see you. They might have seen your left hand a bit.
Okay. Sorry to get on Janet.
That's it. That's your 4 p.m. folks. Great to see you. That's the new sway. You can rehearse a bit of that if you fancy. I will see you in the morning at 8 o'clock. Another triple from me tomorrow. I should be over from at the attic. I saw an arm. Saw a right arm from Mum. Go back and have a listen if you fancy to. I sent you a tune for the 4 p.m. today. I think I might go for soothing sway tunes. So we have the Mojo tunes, don't we, in the morning at 8. I might select some soothing 4 p.m. sways if you should fancy. That's it, folks. I'm going to say bye for now. See you in the morning, 8 o'clock. Well done on all your additional moving minutes today. To keep moving well, you know. Got to keep moving. See you tomorrow. What are you saying? You'll have to send her a card. I know. Sister T, I'm going to have to send her a message about that. Bye, folks.